this time, never let these ties sever. Just breaking bottles in the yard will never steal my mind again. Like old ties and companions, just sitting on the fence. The tunes we've carried through the years will change, and man, that's just enough to keep these ghosts around those haunted few. But old ties and companions, you and I, we're just passing through. It's 100,000 miles of lonely track, holding back tomorrow. Someday I'll hop along and ride it home. But old ties and companions, we never leave alone. So old man, give me endless time, never let these ties sever. 'Cause heaven knows in all this fooling round, these times won't last forever after all.
All right, I'm at the gate. Parked my truck, I'm the only one here. I don't know what that means. I didn't film putting this together. It weighs 55 pounds. Best way I can describe it is, imagine taking everything you're wearing right now and try to jam it into one of your socks, including your shoes. And then undo it and redo it like 15 times, and then stand there trying to convince yourself that you don't need both shoes, that you'll be fine with one shoe, and then say to heck with it, jam both shoes in your sock, slap it on your back, and hope for the best. In fact, standing here I'm thinking about, should I even bring this camera? But in case I collapse about a half a mile down the trail, at least you'll have something to remember me by. Alright. Well, I hope I catch a fish. It's a little cooler in here than I thought. Hope I have enough clothes. It is quiet and beautiful, and a lot of water. As dry as it's been, every little creek, every little holler's got water in it. So, should be, if no one's fished it out, there should be holdovers. But looking at the parking lot and looking at the road, I don't think a lot of people come down in here. Probably I'll go to the lower gate. I am probably 3 miles in, 2.5 miles in. It's getting warmer. I just stripped down. I went past the first shelter, a 2-mile shelter. It is super nice. They must have tore down the old ones and built new ones. I meant to film it and forgot. I'll try to get some footage on the way back. I almost stopped there and I decided to push in. I'm gonna try to make it to the 4-mile shelter. The water here is pretty. Here, I'll show it to you. But it's very brown. Like it's got too much iron or acid in it. I've been stopping and looking for fish, but I haven't seen one yet. So I don't know if this part of Cranberry is fished or stocked or what. So that's one of the reasons I decided to push in. I should be able to make it. We'll see. This pack's getting heavier as I go, I think. But I feel certain that the further down I get, the more likelihood I will be to get into fish. So anyway, we'll see. Holy crap, I made it. I'm, I don't know, 4 miles in. I wanted to get down to the forks. I wanted to get to where the north hits the south, which I think is 4 miles. Anyway, that first mile was tough. Second mile was a little bit easier. I got to the second mile, 2 mile campsite or shelter. The shelters are super nice. They've rebuilt them, redone them since we were here last. That being like 20 some years ago. I assume the other ones, like Dogway and everything else, is the same. Looks like they're all the same. I'll film one here later on. I'm not that far from it. I haven't seen a soul. I haven't seen a soul. I haven't seen any sign of people. Very nice. Of course, it is a weekday. Anyway, I'm going to set up right here. The river's right here beside me. It's got a good little waterfall right here, so there's some sound. It'll be nice at night. And yeah, maybe I can get it set up in time to do a little fishing this afternoon. I don't know. I haven't seen any fish. I've been looking too. I know they stocked Cranberry, but I haven't seen the first fish. I can tell right now all my fishing is going to be downstream. So my plan is tomorrow morning get up, gear up, and hike that way, and see if I can't get into some fish. Alright, so this is the site I've chosen. I basically just went past that shelter back there where the north and south meet and just come down over to the edge of the water and just dump this 500-pound monster. I'm so glad to have that off. There's the river. Looks gorgeous. Again, like I said, it's just a little dark, and I don't really haven't seen a fish yet. But my plan is to set my tent up right here, right near the river. It looks like it's flat and relatively soft. Anyway, let's see how it goes. All right, there she is. There's all my junk thrown out everywhere. Maybe I should have put it in the sun. I don't know, but I don't think it matters at night. It'll be cold no matter what. There she is. A little vestibule. I'm gonna put my bag under. There's my sleeping bag, pillar. There's my air mattress. It's a single man tent, ain't much room in there. But all you're doing in there is sleeping. So, should work out just fine. Went together way quicker than I thought. Let's see how long it took. Yeah, right at 28 minutes, so pretty quick. Alright, I'm going to finish setting up, turn my backpack into a fly fishing pack, and then try to fish a little bit. I just sit here and relax. My legs and hips are about done. I know what I'll do. I'll set up my little cooking area for dinner. Maybe grab myself a rock for a seat. All right, just like that, I've got a kitchen. I got myself a setting rock. Oh man, top-notch stuff. These bags, my waders and my boots. That way when they're wet on the way back in, they won't get everything in my bag wet. Let's see what we're having for dinner. There's breakfast. Chicken and dumplings, that's a temporary breakfast. Katie got me this stuff. There's the spice meter. I'll eat that on the way back home. That way I can rocket out of here on a river of hot mess. Well, this one doesn't look that much better. That's hot too. Better save that for the third day so I can destroy my pants. Smoked 3-bean chili. What? Okay, at least it's not spicy. Okay. I know what I'm doing on the third day. Okay, mushroom risotto. This is more like it. This, look, it doesn't even have a spicy rating. Okay, that's for tomorrow, I guess. Okay, so yeah, I got a good thing here. This 2 big old breakfasts, dinner. Yeah, this is my third day here. It's gonna stink. Okay, here's the shelter at 4 miles in. Got a little, I guess that's an outhouse. I don't know, I need to check that out. Anyway, a little road down here to it. There's the shelter. A place to put your horses. Like I said, I'm not that far. I just kind of went down through there and found a spot and set up. I don't guess there'll be anybody here. If there is, I can always move, but even if they're here, I don't think they'll bother me. You come in this far, he's probably looking to avoid me as much as I am you. Picnic table. Big old burn pit. Donated by LC4. Somebody hauled that thing out here and left it. That's where I'm fishing. The river's prettier here. This is the north. I'm gonna try right here first, I think. And down there's the south coming in. Sure that's been fished out, but anyway, you can look and see the cabin there. Here, I'm going to go inside. I just think this is cool. Here we go. Walter Bruin Gainer. Look at this. Ketchup, mustard, Wesson oil, marshmallow sticks, some sort of a handsaw. Nuts, salt, peppers, Jim Beam, just enough to welcome you to the shelter, batteries, and some other stuff. 2 cots, nice solid rocks and pans for cooking, a couple tent pegs, visitor log, I might check that out later myself. One of these little pop-up stoves, big thing of peanut butter, so pretty cool. These things are awesome. Flashlight. Heck, I just might move into this. Didn't even think these would be available. let's see what this does to my guts. Pretty good. Alright, I'm in my tent. I got all my stuff in here. Got my got a light set up there. My reading glasses. Got my SOS thing hanging from the top of the tent. And I got a book. I'll lay here and read a little bit. Honestly, I'm kind of warm in this tent. A little too warm. So that's a good sign. It means it'll probably go cooler, but of course, it's still very early. Checking on me at like 4 a.m. We'll see how I feel then. All right, well, I'm gonna be in this thing for like 12 hours because it gets dark at 6:30 and daylight at 6:30. So I'm gonna make myself comfortable, read a little bit, try to get some sleep, and if I get up early, I get up early. Maybe I'll make some coffee, enjoy the morning, watch the sun come up. Alright, see you in the morning. Well, I slept great. I got in the tent about 7 o'clock. And it was initially kind of hot. I took off one of my layers, laid there, and I brought my Paperwhite, my Kindle. So I just read the book for I don't know how long. I was actually fighting sleep. I was trying to stay up as long as I could so that I wasn't trying to sleep 10 hours. Didn't last very long. I don't know how long I read, but I found myself falling asleep, so I turned off everything, muted all my stuff, and went to sleep. Slept pretty hard, woke up, had to go to the bathroom, got up, got back in bed, fell asleep almost instantly. And then woke up again, had to go to the bathroom. I could tell the moon was gone. And it was cold. So that was probably, I don't know what time the moon disappears. 3, 2 or 3. Anyway, it was cold. It was cold out here. I jumped back into bed, put on my other 2 layers again, and got burrowed down in it, sleeping bag, and slept. But I did wake up twice. My shoulder was cold, part touching the top of the sleeping bag. I pulled my jacket in with me and laid it up on top and slept great. A little bit sore in the night, but otherwise very comfortable. And had a couple mice come in, run around the camp, run over top, like dead over top of the tent. Like I saw them going across the very top of it and down. They didn't eat anything or bother anything. And then I woke up and it was starting to get daylight. So I was in the tent for 12 hours, slept most of it. I'm a little sore, like I said, my hips and my back still they're worn out. I can tell I went too hard, too far yesterday, but today I'll just fish. I'll carry a much lighter pack, and one more good night of sleep, and I should be ready to wake up tomorrow morning, hit the ground running. So make it out of here. So far, so good. great gear. That inflatable mattress pad, I couldn't even imagine trying to do this without that. Could not imagine it. As far as being cold against this ground and just not having something comfortable to put my worn out, busted up hips and back on. That was the ticket. All right, let's see what we got for breakfast. Finished off that cup of coffee. Biscuits and gravy. Adventure meals. Katie bought me these for I don't know what occasion, but yeah, it's packaged food. It's not super healthy. They're not cheap, but you can buy these things at Sierra, which Sierra is the the outdoor brand for I don't know, was it Marshalls or TJ Maxx? Anyway, they got like racks of those things in Sierra, for half that price. So, $5, $6 maybe. And again, it's freeze-dried food, so it's not bad. I don't know where they get it. I guess maybe small mom and pop outdoor stores close them down, or just overstock or whatever. But I had the mushroom risotto last night. It was banging good. I mean, banging good. And that was a different brand. It was good to go. I don't know what they cost, but I know I've seen those adventure meals at Sierra. I don't know about the other ones. Anyway, it's super easy. Let's see. Yeah, it's 355 milliliters of water. You boil it, dump it in there, wait 20 minutes, boom, eat it. But that's the reason I had to bring that like huge 4 liters of water, this big 15-pound monster, was because all my food, needed water. I did the math, and so I don't know if it's better than just bringing already done wet food, or just eating your food dry like a bunch of crackers or Slim Jims. But I'm trying it, and so far so good. It's a lot of calories, which is what you need when you're, working hard all day. So this video has been sponsored by Mountain Adventure Dry Food. All right, sun's up. Time to hit the river. That biscuit and gravy was banging good too. Can't believe those things are that good. Anyway, finally feel a little bit of sun on my back. It's getting warm enough to move around. I've got my bag about packed. I'm gonna take with me enough another meal, my burner and everything. I'm gonna try to go in like a couple miles, start fishing, probably eat out there, and then come back here tonight later on. Try to hit it real hard. The water looks good, but I'm not really seeing any fish, and I fished a few holes yesterday around camp that I thought should have something in them, and nothing. So again, I don't know the last time they stocked this, so what I'm fishing for are holdovers from the spring, and I imagine it gets hit pretty hard, I would think, based on the sign I see at the shelters. It is special regulation, so it's artificial only, no bait. But I went back to the shelter yesterday and looked around again, and there was a jar of eggs. So I would imagine there's summer. A lot of guys come up in here and cheat just a little bit. So anyway, we'll see. I'll hit it hard. If I pick up one fish, I'll be tickled to death. So I've decided to walk, I don't know, a couple miles. I've got a place in mind I want to stop at, but it might be too far to go. I'm not too bad. I'm a little sore. Legs are dragging a little bit. That's to be expected. But anyway, I'm going to walk all the way down. I've got my boots and waders in the back, and just fish my way up the rest of the day. Although here's a hole right here I think I'm going to hit first. I can't pass it up. Beautiful morning, cold, of course. Probably don't need the waders in hindsight, didn't need them, but they may allow me to get to a couple holes that maybe no one else can get to. So anyway, we'll see. But it's beautiful, beautiful morning. And a beautiful stream. There's that hole I just came to. Right on the other side of that rock. Yeah, I think I'll throw to this hole and then keep moving. I'm a little bit past 6 miles in. I just passed the 6-mile marker. This is Tumbling Rock Shelter. Tumbling Rock, you can see the bridge down there. It's a big creek. It's the kind of creek I fish in Virginia that has natives. Tempting to go give it a go, but I'm dead set on catching one here in Cranberry. So I fished a few holes on the way up, way down rather. Nothing. I mean dead. I see quite a few campsites, none very fresh. Maybe this place gets destroyed in the spring and summer and there's no such thing as a holdover trout and Cranberry. I know there are native browns and brook, but they're down on Dogway, so maybe they don't come up this far. Yeah, see, it's another one of those nice, really nice new shelters they've just recently done. You see here, Scott Brown. I think he was on the first shelter too. I'll have to check that out when I go back. He must have spent a lot of time up here, and I guess his parents probably donated the money for this. There's a guitar. Unbelievable. That is hilarious. It is broke, but it probably plays. I get these silhouettes up here. They're different at each site, so looks like they took pictures from folks and from probably Dylan and his old friend or something. I don't know. There's an old ISO tank that probably looks like it has nothing in it. Sounds like it has nothing in it. And then some spices. So it looks like this shelter gets used a lot less. Picnic table outside, so yeah. Interesting. All right, this is House Log Holler Shelter. This one looks a little bit bigger. So now, with being at this one, I've seen all 7 shelters on Cranberry firsthand. It's been a long time since I saw the ones Dogway and Pheasant and Queer Branch. I assume they're also new like this one. Well, this one's pretty cool. It's got a big field here. Another Dylan Scott Brown. His family must have done all of these. This one's a little less stuff in it. I don't know what that is. It does not look good. Dilla. Pittsburgh Steeler hat and oh, the guest book, yeah. Salt and pepper. Yeah, so really just that there's a different silhouette, man holding the fish. Just the first 2 shelters from the upper gate have a bunch of stuff in them. So I don't know if they just get used more because they're closer to the gate or what. But the rest of the last 2 didn't have really much in them at all. So this is where I was going to turn around. This is by far the best water I've seen between the Tumbling Rock shelter and this shelter. 2 big creeks come in, Tumbling Rock and Birch Log. And so the water here is deeper, clearer, and has bigger holes in it and less just ripples. So I'm going to, it's a little early, but I'm going to go ahead and eat my lunch now since I'm here. and carb up, and then I'm gonna walk up another 100 yards, 200 yards, put on my waders, and fish that stretch between this shelter and Tumbling Rock. The river leaves the road a long way, so what I suspect is it's got a lot less pressure, but who knows. I've been fishing the whole way down and I ain't had the first look. So anyway, here I'll end on this. It's pretty cool. I can't imagine somebody would take the time to haul that big log statue down here, but they did, and they hung it up right there. I mean, how'd they get it up there? I mean, good gracious. Okay, lunchtime. Made myself a little stove again. I'm having this Thai curry. Good to go. We'll see how it does. Oh, choice. Like I said, the mushroom risotto last night was good. Look how many calories that is. Whew. Anyway, that right there, coming out with all those rocks, that's house log. House log. Lick or branch or creek or something. Like I said, the water is much clearer here and a little bit bigger water. So I'm going to eat this and then I'm going to hit it hard. And I have fished every good looking hole on the way down here. It's like 3 miles in, I think. So I'm a little bit past 7 miles. I don't know, maybe they don't hold over that well in Cranberry, or like I said, I mean, maybe this place is just mobbed during the spring and summer. This is catch and release. Every bit of the 3 miles I just walked is catch and release. So in theory, they're being released back, but I don't know. You know people. I finally saw my first other human. There were 3 guys on horses. You know, full Western regalia. We just said hi and kept moving. Their horses were kind of skittish around me, but so I saw 3 other humans in here. They didn't have any gear. They just had a couple saddlebags with maybe a little bit of, a little bit in them, but so they must be just passing through. Yeah. Okay, so update on that curry. It was banging good. These meals are incredible. Thinking about how I could use them in other ways, like at camp or something. Anyway, I got a kick out of this. After I told Dad, never buy food in a package, read that. This is not a salt pile. So they know what the opinion of packaged food is. Big old pile of salt. Okay, finally caught a couple little native trout. I come up here in this little hole, caught one right off the bat, and I was trying not to overhandle him, trying to get him off the hook. Got him off, stood up to get my camera. He jumped out of the net, just jumped out of it. So this guy I've got cornered. I'm gonna try to film him real quick before I let him off the hook. And I'll try to get a picture of him. There he is. Beautiful little native trout. Very, a lot of pink in him. A lot of pink, so not a big fish, but hey, finally caught one. 2, I guess. All right, let me get him off. All right, finally caught a decent fish. Finally caught a decent fish. Turn over. There you go. Just a little rainbow. I mean, it looks like he's been in there for a long time. Obviously a stock trout, but been in there for a long time. I caught him right here in this little dinky, terrible hole. There's barely any water in it. Well, my big camera died. So the battery was low, and I charged it before I came, so I don't know if I left it on. I don't know. Need to test that for hunting season, but yeah, right there. I was just walking up through this relatively dead, boring stretch of river. I'm basically just going to walk the river until it gets dark and I got to get to camp. I don't know, just stop. And I've just been doing this kind of like, you know, one cast per hole. We clobbered it. So finally found, you know, a decent fish. Yes. All right, I'm back at camp. I hiked about 6 miles. I might go back and check that, but that's what the milepost said. I basically walked 3 miles. I walked from mile marker 4 to mile marker, a little bit past mile marker 7, and went to that shelter, the last one I hadn't seen before. Had lunch, made a big lunch, put on my waders and my boots, and then hit the water. And just basically spent all day wading and fishing and wading and fishing. Take a lot of breaks because my hips and legs, oh man, whew, wore out. But I probably only fished about 2 miles, a little bit over 2 miles. I ran out of daylight, and so I just went up to the bank and then changed into my boots and walked, I think it was about 0.8 miles back to camp. So I just started like kind of doing a little bit of packing and kind of getting ready for the morning. Made dinner. Chicken and dumplings. These things are banging good too. Man, this food has been incredible. Anyway, so I'm going to sleep here tonight. Get up, make a big breakfast. One of these bags of food. Breakfast Skittle, it's called. Yeah. I don't know, it's just a big bag of deliciousness. And then I'm gonna hit the trail. I got about 4 miles to walk out. And I'm down to my last like half liter of water. So I'm gonna use some of that to make coffee in the morning, and then the rest of it's gonna get me out of here. If I need to stop and boil some, I will. Anyway, it's gone great. Caught 3 fish, 3. 2 natives and 1 stocked rainbow. That's it. And I fished my butt off. But maybe that's fishing Cranberry in October. I don't know. Another good night of sleep. I actually slept in. It's almost 8 o'clock. The sun's not up yet, so I get to see that, but that sleep system is the bomb. And I slept all night. Woke up twice, go to the bathroom, returned over, right back to sleep. And it must have been a little bit warmer last night because I didn't get chilly once the moon went down. I kind of actually stayed a little bit too warm. I had my sleeping bag unzipped a little bit. So I do like that setup. I can tell this is the second day after that walk in because I am beat. My hips and legs. It'll take a little while to warm them up and wake them up. I'm going to have some coffee. I'm debating on breakfast. I brought a lot of snacks with me, thinking I would just eat the whole day. But those meals were so big and so filling, I didn't eat a single snack. So I got a bag of crackers, and nuts, and Slim Jims. So I may just save that breakfast skillet and back up and start heading on out. Anyway, incredible trip. Wow. Still can't believe I did it. Little surprised at the fishing. Thought it would be a lot better than this. I'm surprised at the water too. This is a different Cranberry than what we're used to fishing downstream. It's I don't know, shallower, wider, a lot of riffles, and that rainbow I caught yesterday. Yeah, I wouldn't even call it a hole. I was just looking for fish that maybe were cruising or were overlooked. So a little different stream than what I expected. Anyway, I'm gonna have some coffee. I'm gonna slip out of here. Oh, I'm out of gas. Good thing I brought a second one. Okay, I got it all on my back. It went down really quick, the tent, all the gear. I'm surprised, actually. Of course, when I get home, I'm gonna have to open it all up, put it out in the sun. It's wetter than wet, but the bag already, without all that water, is so much lighter. Holy crap. So this walkout's gotta be easier than walk in. I gotta figure out something there. I may have to just start getting in the habit of just boiling water instead of packing it all in. Anyway, it's not about 9:30, so it's early, but I want to go ahead and start making the trek out because I don't know how long it'll take and how hard it'll be. I may stop and look at a couple streams I saw on the way in, but incredible. An incredible backpacking trip. Fishing, was kind of spotty. The more I sit and think about it, maybe I was using the wrong flies. I don't know. I did switch to a yellowish fly later in the day, and then eventually a yellow fly. And that's when I caught fish, but yeah, I don't think so. I don't think they're that picky. And, I was throwing like my favorite go-to, caught the most fish flies I've ever owned, so I don't know. Anyway, heading back. I probably won't talk to you again until I get to the truck. So I'm making my way out, and the holes on the South Fork are just too pretty. I mean, I can't walk past that. And so I pull my fly rod out, and I've probably fished 4 or 5 holes up through here on the way out. My backpack's so much lighter that I can actually fish with it on and clamber down the bank. And it's a little high, so I keep catching on limbs and dumping needles in my back, but it's not bad. Not like it was coming in. I thought I was going to absolutely die. Well, anyway, I'm standing here fishing this hole, and here, what I think is a truck. I start looking around. Stock truck. Here comes a stock truck down from the upper gate. So I assume they're stocking the catch and release section because they stocked the put and take last week. So I missed it by about 24 hours. You can hear the wind leave my sails. So I put away my fly pole and stuff. I'm gonna just walk out now. At least I know the fish that I caught I earned. 2 natives, and that rainbow, he's been in there since, I guess, May. So anyway, I missed it by 24 hours. Here's the South Fork shelter, the first one you come to from the upper gate. I forgot to film it on the way down, so I'm going to grab it right now. Again, just like the other ones, incredibly well done. That wasn't here days ago. Can't tell if anyone's been here. No. So again, silhouettes. I can get under here. Yeah. Bag of nails. Different person here. It must be co-donors. Some sort of a bag. Looks like a overnight bag. Tissues and the guest book. All right, somebody's excited about peace in West Virginia. I think a rag, beans, some Cliff Bars, a rock, and 3 cans of twisted tea. In case you gotta slap somebody upside the mouth real hard. And this is by far the biggest and the most interesting one. They all have a different one. So I assume it's, family pictures. There's a fork and knife from this family right here, most likely. This boy here, his name's on every one of them. Oh, except for the second one. It's a different name, so. But that one, the plaque in the back mentions that family and that boy. So looks like maybe a handful of families got together and did this for, you know, a memorial or something. Pretty cool. This one has the least amount of water access. But it is just 2 miles in from the upper gate, so oh, there you go, there's water down there. It probably sees quite a bit of use. Although again, they're all new, I can't tell. Okay, I got 2 miles left. Feeling a lot better than I did last trip in. It was about here that I thought, I'm gonna throw this pack over in the river and go back. And I kind of sat right there and talked myself into going further. Well, here I am today, and I'm not even taking a break. I'm just keep on trucking. So I've got, this apparently is my weight. South Fork looks a lot better than it did on the way in. You know, it was just brown. It looked brown. It did not look, you know, muddy. It's like this dark red. So I assumed it was just always that way, but no. This looks a lot better. I'd actually fish this. So I'm gonna look and see, do they stock this? Does it hold fish? This might be worth returning to, just coming in about 2 miles, and then really between here, this shelter here, and the next shelter, so between 2 and 4 miles, the river looks really good. And see, look at this here. This is a path. Yeah, so people fish this. This must be fishable. Okay, good to know. Might try this next time. I did it. Holy crap. Holy crap. Those last 2 miles were all uphill. Every bit of it was uphill. I don't remember it being like that when I went in. I don't remember going downhill. I mean, the hardest mile of any of this whole trip was the first mile in. I like to die. And then the next mile was the second hardest. It was just hard all the way in. And I don't remember it being downhill that much. Anyway, I made it out. I can't believe I did it. And I was looking at the sign, and it looks like I was 5 miles in. I did record the track, so I'll see what it really was. But according to the sign right there, it says 5 miles. And then I went 8.5 in to start fishing. So I was over halfway point into Cranberry at one point fishing. Caught 3 fish. 3 fish. Woo. Anyway, I'm back at the truck. I'm going to leave this bag as is because I'm going to weigh it when I get home. It took me about 2.5 hours to walk out. And again, I'm going to have that data in Avenza. I can look at it later. So I know how long it took me, I know how far I walked, and I'll know what the pack weighs. That'll be good data to have later. But clearly there's a limit, because going in was hard beyond hard. Coming out was not that bad. Now I don't want to be this sweaty going in, so I would not want to cover that much ground that quickly, but still. Anyway, incredible trip, epic trip. Still can't believe I did it. I mean, it was just kind of a spur of the moment thing. I just decided I was going to do it, and I did it. And it was incredible. Time to plan the next one.